Hey everybody, Hat Creature here. So this is a type of hopefully small follow-up video to the Survivor Balance Change video that I uploaded yesterday. I was reading comments from somebody else and I totally approved and endorsed them because I felt that those changes amplified every survivor. Sure, yes, it did nerf some abilities, such as Valerie's scan. I don't like that, but I get it. It wasn't my change. I didn't really have too much of a big or yes or no opinion on it, so I didn't really say whether I didn't really like that there was no more damage or not. Because the best part of the scan, get this. I don't know if you guys know this, but get this. The best part of her scan is that you can scan. Crazy, right? Being able to see creatures behind walls and bioweapons is super important because if you close a door and someone else is with the bioweapon, you can see the bioweapon chasing them. You can see your friend on the map, but you can't see the bioweapon. But with the bioweapon, you can pinpoint exactly where and when your friend will get killed. So then you can time throwing a grenade from the bright spot that they are in and you're in and the bioweapon is in. You can only do that with the scan, or if you're in the same room as them. The scan is the best part. The damage is basically the cherry on top. So because the damage isn't actually important in any scenario, except for her camera ability, I will say that. The camera ability is left out in the cold because you can't do extra damage. Unless, of course, this camera ability by itself allows you to do extra damage to cameras. That was not explicitly said or not said in that video about Valerie, so I would like to think, since it wasn't said, everything else is the same. A lot of people didn't seem to think that. A lot of people, some people, when they disagree with you, they don't actually disagree with you. They're like, you're wrong, and then that's it. But some people, thank you very much, because you guys actually want to have a conversation. I love that. Valid criticism, valid constructive criticism is how we all improve ourselves and each other. You help me, I help you, we help each other. That's how we grow as a community. That's how the world grows. It's not me, it's not just about me, it's about everybody. The world grows when we work together, and we can only do that when we actually work together. Constructive criticism. So, I'd like to read one of the comments. I don't know if you want me to say her name, so I'm not going to. But I'd like to read one of the comments as an awesome example of someone who actually wants to have a conversation when they disagree with me, because that's important. You don't always have to agree. Disagreeing is just as important as agreeing. But when you disagree, why did you disagree? Some people don't do that, and I just don't believe anything they say when you don't say why you disagree, because you sound just like you don't actually disagree, you're just complaining. Let's see. Hold on a second. Okay. Why do you... I don't. Oh, wait, I do. Never mind, I do. Why do you want to nerf the speed of survivors? They're supposed to be able to run from the bioweapons. If they can't run from the bioweapon, then they will die. And then they say that they don't think that I actually want balance, I just want to nerf them. But the beginning of the conversation was the important part. Secondly, they disagreed with me. Firstly, they gave their reason, which was very important. They asked a question. They wanted to engage. Thank you. That's what a conversation is for, and I love that. So, I think that speed on survivors is very important. We shouldn't have too much speed. Fun fact, did you know that a zombie is slow? Did you know that a dog is fast? A licker is fast? For some reason that the detonator is fast, but the detonator sucks when it's not being controlled by the mastermind. I don't know if you've ever actually seen a detonator not controlled by a mastermind that acted on its own. The detonator, although fast, is dumb. The detonator by itself, it'll get up, it'll stand in one position. When it sees you, it doesn't chase you. Instead, it takes a few quick steps and stops. And then it takes a few quick steps, and if it's near you, then it hits you. That's not the behavior that a mastermind would do with a detonator. Instead, he just runs, and that's why those creatures are fast. And that's why they're different when they're not being controlled. Zombies are naturally faster when being controlled by a mastermind, and that's why the imposter zombie is one of the best zombies in the game. But, very important, all normal zombies are incredibly slow. You're faster than a zombie, did you know that? You're very fast. You have the max speed. The bioweapons, they get a boost of speed. William in particular, he gets a boost of speed, he can chase you. He cannot keep up with you. He cannot keep up with you. No, he cannot. I cannot. I have said on multiple occasions, if you watch my videos when I play a net, I have said on almost every occasion that William sucks because he cannot catch up with the survivors. And then he gets crippled because he gets slower for an excruciatingly long time while everyone just keeps running. Now, you could say that the bioweapon being slower for a short period of time is the balance with the survivors being able to run away. The bioweapon being slower for a short period of time allows the survivors to run away from the deadly monster that's chasing them, because the deadly monster has the most health in the game and it can do the most damage in the game. So it is one of the hardest things to kill. You can kill it, you can stun it, but it requires very specific damage builds in order to actually kill it. So because it takes so much time to kill the bioweapon, it makes sense to have the speed ability on the bioweapon to kind of wear off, to allow the survivors breathing room so that they can run away. And because of all that, because of everything, because the creatures are naturally really slow, because the bioweapons are slow on their own and they only get a boost of speed, that is why I personally feel, and I agree with the survivor changes if they were to come out, I agree that yes, I don't think speed equipment should be in the game, because one, you don't need it in the base game. In the base scenarios, you don't need them. But you know, I understand because there's speed equipment as well for the mastermind, right? There's augmented limbs, and there's also researcher's brain. And then not only that, there's berserk. All of those things combined make the zombies faster. Can you run away from those zombies when they have max speed? I personally don't know. I've played zombies with max speed before, and they are pretty fast. But do you know what also happens when I have to sacrifice my entire deck? What am I running here? Oh, this is a build, I believe. Let's see. What am I sacrificing? So, I have taken up 2 equipment slots. I have buffs, right? So, I can either choose 50% health on a net or cheap. I'm gonna go cheap, since I focus mostly on speed. So, what else do I have? I have a little bit of health, so that's kind of covered. All my buffs are, I believe, 30%. So, I guess I can go to... No, that's too expensive. Bioenergy. So, I have 5 points left. So I have creatures who have a lot of buffs. I have them cheap. I'm going to use a mod to make them even cheaper. They're really fast. What else do I need? I think I could either use Fresh Blood 3 or Enhanced Brain 3. And then I have nothing left. This only costs 4. So now my entire build is centered around being quicker. Though there is a cap at the speed because once upon a time, he got disappointed when they nerfed the max speed of zombies. The zombies disappeared. So there's a new max speed for zombies, so they're not as fast as they used to be. They can be pretty fast now. But whenever I played a build centered around speed, it was incredibly difficult for me to really get ahead, mostly because the zombies are really weak. Like, they're really squishy. Zombies, even when they're fast, doesn't mean that they're good. If you've gone into practice mode as Mastermind, even if you're a Survivor main, you should understand what a Mastermind can do. If you cannot, then you're choosing to be bad. And that's okay. Understanding your enemy is how you win. That's why you play both sides, even if you're a main. But the thing about imposter zombies in particular, if you've gone into practice mode and looked at them, they're not that bright. They're really not that bright. A whole bunch of times, I can put an imposter zombie with Berserk, and it'll be super fast. But it'll just sexually assault the survivor. It'll run up to the survivor and violently rub themselves all over the survivor, and just look at them the whole time. It's like, hey buddy, can I get your phone number? But he doesn't actually attack them. Like a few seconds later, he finally goes for a bite. But he doesn't do that at first. Even though he's really fast, he's still stupid. He still can be stunned. He still can be killed. You could play as Daniel and use the same thing, and then you'd be really fast. Same thing. Let's just pop out those equipment. What else can I do with Daniel over anyone else? So let's say I wanted to do this. It's different with Daniel. But anyway, I think I'm focusing too much on speed. But overall, I want to know your opinion on survivors. Now, everyone has different opinions, and that's good. That's important. Because if everyone has different opinions, everyone can converse and form new opinions that no one has thought of before. I constantly change my mind, because that's what a good person does when they hear an opinion. They add that opinion to all the other ones, and they think. They think, am I right? Am I wrong? I think I'm wrong this time. I can change. So what is your opinion on survivors? What's bad about survivors? Because everyone says that, you know, survivors have it bad. But what's actually bad on the survivor side? Or is it not on the survivor side? Do you feel that survivors are okay, and that the masterminds are the one who break the game? Like, no matter anything you can possibly do whatsoever, it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 credits, it doesn't matter if you have 10 grenades, and then your buddies give you 5 more, because somebody has surplus, and you can just buy a whole bunch of grenades, and you find them all over the ground. It doesn't matter if you have 20 grenades. It doesn't matter if you can infinitely abuse the Kashima. It doesn't matter if you find the supply zombie every time and get a minigun every time. Tell me, does it really not matter if you can do like thousands of damage as Survivor, or destroy the biocore in 3 seconds? It doesn't matter, because is the mastermind OP? Spencer? Yeah, there's a lot of OP things he can do. 100%. I agree with you. I agree. Spencer is the one who needs nerfs. Spencer is the one who needs nerfs. But get this. A lot of masterminds on the other end of the spectrum say that Spencer is the only one who can stand up to the really good teams, to really good survivors. Even if they're not teams, sometimes I find that Spencer is the only one who can, run up against really good randos. But then survivors say that there are no really good randos, and I disagree with you. But yeah, so at the same time, Spencer's the one who breaks the game, but at the same time, Spencer's the only one who can really stand a chance sometimes. What does that say? What does that say when everyone else, all the other masterminds, can't stand up to the survivors, but Spencer's also the only one who can, and then the survivors say that all masterminds are OP, and then Spencer breaks the game. Like, how do you balance that? Like, how do you balance Spencer? Well, you have to change some things. You have to nerf some things. He can do infinite shields. He can do cooling fans with guns. Why is that powerful? Because of defense system. Defense system increases Area 2 terminal security device time. It makes it take longer. He's the only one in the entire game who can do that. The only one who can stand up to survivors. The only one who can abuse the cooling fans. Spencer's the only one who can abuse them because he can make the security device take longer. Spencer can do infinite shields. Why is that powerful? Well, in Area 3, when there's only one camera for the biocore, yeah, that's pretty powerful. And it's the same thing for the terminal device. Infinite shield anything, infinite invincibility is always going to be OP. That needs to be changed. That needs to be nerfed. Of course. I don't outright want survivors to be nerfed, and I don't want outright the masterminds to be nerfed. We strive for balance, we strive for change, we strive for perfection that ultimately no one will ever get. To be honest, there will never be a time when this game will be 100% perfect. As much as I don't like Dead by Daylight, and that game will never be perfect because it has awful developers behind it who actually don't care about the game or their community, you can at least get the game up to an acceptable level. And really, I believe that this game did have an acceptable level. That at one small time, this game was balanced. I do believe there was that time, even when no one really agrees that there was a time. I do feel that at one time, way back when, this game was balanced. And then Neobards, like they always have done, is they add something more powerful to both sides. And then they didn't think it could be abused, and then they didn't try to fix it. And when they did try to fix it, they didn't really fix it. And then they added more broken things. That's kind of what happened to this game. But they did try to fix things. They did. But overall, yeah, I do want to know, like, what really is it? Like, how do you really feel about the Survivor? Are they in a bad spot? Because personally, the changes that I read, I felt that they, yeah, some of them were nerfs, but they were fair nerfs. Like the shock mine for Martin, I felt that was a fair nerf. Because, you know, when you're controlling a zombie, you are controlling the zombie. You are playing the game. You are getting into the game personally and playing with everyone else. You're not in a camera anymore. You're not watching the game anymore. You're playing the game. And then you get stunned by a shock mine, and you have to wait there. Oh, wait, but if you wait there, you die. Well, I guess you lose. Sucks for you, bitch. So nerfing the shock mine only works on the mastermind. So if the mastermind walks over it, they get, you know, stunned for half the time. And I feel that that's fair for a controlled zombie, because it's just a zombie. And also, that's a person you're fighting against. That's a person. No one enjoys being stunned. Unless you're a masochist, and you enjoy that. And that's okay. Maybe that's the one who's complaining. Why can't I get beaten enough? Hit me harder, please. Don't take away the baseball bat. Who knows? I don't know. But I am just curious. There is a mastermind one coming up. It's like no one cared. It's like everybody who did complain about the Survivor changes just didn't read or hear me say a mastermind is coming up. It's like everyone saw that, oh, you want to nerf Survivors and buff Mastermind. Buddy, who said I was going to buff Mastermind? Who said I was going to buff Mastermind? Did you say that? Yes, you did. Why did you say that? Because you nerfed Survivor. Okay. Yeah. Wouldn't it be smart to nerf Mastermind? No, you just want a buff mastermind because you hate survive. Who said that? You did. No, I didn't, dipshit. I say I want balance. So if not one side is nerfed, it would make sense for the other side to be nerfed as well. That makes sense, right? 50-50? Doesn't that make sense? Checkout's 11, right? I work at a motel. Checkout's 11. When do you leave? At 11. No, dipshit. You have to be gone by 11. You have to be gone by 11. How many people are you in your room, buddy? Oh, me? Okay, if you have anybody else come over, it's $10 per person. Oh, even if they're just here for a little bit, even if they're not staying? What did I just say? What did I just say? Is it just you? Yeah. Anyone else is $10. So, yes. A mastermind one is coming up, but just like the last one, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I do enjoy it, I do enjoy it. It just feels like no one was actually thinking when they read those or listened to me, because there's a huge possibility that the mastermind will come out and I don't like it. People automatically assume the worst when they see the enemy, but that is not right. That's not how you make friends. You can't automatically see someone as an enemy when they disagree with you. That's wrong. That's how you close other people off. When I see the mastermind changes, maybe I won't like them. Maybe they're too powerful. Maybe they're too weak. I'm sure some people would enjoy that. And that's wrong as well. So no. I do want balance. I want everyone to be happy. And if you have an opinion, please actually share your opinion. You know, be like the people who did ask questions. Don't just say you want to nerf this and then not say anything at all. That makes me think that you don't care. That makes me think that you don't care about the game. Because you obviously don't have your own opinion. You're just a sheep who says the same thing that everyone else says. You just want to nerf it. But you don't say what. You don't say how to fix it. You don't engage in the conversation. And you don't have to. You don't have to engage in the conversation. But if you are going to start a conversation, how about you actually say something? That's all I have to say. I'm not trying to criticize anybody in this video. I'm just trying to help everybody grow as a person. I want to hear what your thoughts are, and you watch this video to hear what my thoughts are. I just want you to know that. I do want to hear your thoughts. You came here to hear mine, but I want to hear yours. So let's talk about it. Let's converse. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think. And as always, have a great day. And I don't just say that as a catchphrase. I don't just say that as an outro. I mean that, man. I don't know who you are, but I love you anyway. I don't know you, but I still want you to be happy. So have a great day.